Boo. Hello all, once again it is BJ Weiler. That's me, BJ Weiler, and this is yet another episode of It's All in the Fingertips, the Hands, that's the wrists. It's all in the wrists. This episode we are picking up our SimCity series. And if you watched the previous SimCity SimCity episode, let's just go with those figures. Traffic warning. May have noticed at the end. Pause here real quick. And flip that there. Let's get our mini map back in. Not that it matters. So all we're going to do is just drag that over there. You may remember towards the end of that video we had some technical difficulties. Matter of fact, let me do this too. Okay. Because that music can grate on your nerves after a short while. Anyway, we had some technical difficulties, not only with our little recording program here, but also we suffered a power outage, which threw things for a loop too. So what we were doing was in the process of building this right here, our stadiumus. Ooh, yes, I know I can build there. Ooh, what did I just do? Oh, that's interesting. Oh. I can build that out, but anyway, there's our stadium. There it is right there. So what we're going to do here, we also have a church and our hospital. As you can see, we have our little real SimCity city building up here. Our industrial zone, fire and police departments here. Our commercial zone is right in this area here. Of course, we've got some parkland and grass and fields and stuff. And of course our residential district right here in the center. And where's our map again? You can see that's the overview. There's our train there, R for train. Overview of our map. How about I do that? Thanks. So, just wanted to show that off since we didn't get a chance to see that at the end of last episode. But what we're also going to do, we're going to build a seaport and airport just for the heck of it. So let's see, just so we can show some of that stuff off. I think I should be able to build that right there. Ba-boom, and there's our seaport. We'll flip over our airport. We'll build right next to the seaport. Why not? Because we can. It's building our city our way. So we will just power this guy up. Take you across to there. They are connected, so airport automatically gets power. Since they are adjacent to each other, we will build our railway system out here. We have a railway system going to there. Sure, let's build the road out too, shall we? There we go. We have it, so good. We've got all that stuff, so there's your airport. So let's get this moving here. Speed. How about we just go average? There's our little train. Oh, look, we have a helicopter. I heard the boats, or the ship, the shipping ship. See what we got going on up here. Ah, there's the airplane down there.
SimCopter 1 reporting heavy traffic.
Thank you, SimCopter 1. Thank you. Now, where's our ship at? Where's the ship? Well, we can just check the map. Oh, the ship's way down there, and he just went. Is he there? Where'd he go? Okay, go with the figures. Oh, there he is. course, I think our disasters, let's see, our disasters, we can have an air crash, indeed. Alright. The ship is just sort of sitting down there, moseying along. Sure, go ahead, go with those figures, thank you. But that's that. In fact, you know what? Just for the heck of it, we are going to have a monster attack. Why not? So where's the monster? Where's the monster? There's the monster. So it doesn't look like he is going to, oh, what's he doing? Just hanging loose. Is he going to destroy our new seaport? He just seems to be moseying, swimming along swimmingly. Finish off lunch here. While we wait for the monster. Oh, there we go. Now he's causing some destruction in our forest.
SimCopter 1 reporting heavy traffic.
Thank you. Understood. Well, is he heading for the airport? He's heading for our airport. No! Our seaport. Oh, look at that. We managed to survive. But anyway, that's that. A little bit of funness to kick off this episode, but what we really want to do is get into the meat and bones of things here. We want to exit. Yes. No, I don't. Because we can rebuild some of that stuff in SimCity 2000. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to take our real SimCity and port that over to the new, or at least new at the time, version of SimCity that was released. As I said in the first episode, SimCity, which is now referred to as SimCity Classic, came out in 1989. SimCity 2000 was the sequel to the much beloved introduction to this franchise, but unlike the name, it did not come out in the year 2000. It actually came out a few years before. Actually, SimCity 2000, believe it or not, was released 20 years ago this year. It was released in 1994, 5 years after the original, and really upped the ante. I mean, it's a completely different world, pretty much a completely different world between the two games. What you saw there was a overhead, basically 2D view, real simple graphics, real simple building stuff. SimCity 2000 really upped the ante on that, really gave us some good building tools, and as you can see here, we also have the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit, which we will also take a look at. Again, just like SimCity, had a terrain editor, DOS-based, as the game is DOS-based too, so to speak. It will run in Windows, but the terrain editor is completely DOS-based, which, of course, as I mentioned in the first episode, I can't get to run in my virtual machine. I have to try it back on my old physical machine. I had this originally running on 25 years ago at this point. But anyway, the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit, just like the game ups the ante here, the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit ups the ante for your terrain editing tools, your building editing tools, all included in the game, mind you. All stuff that came with SimCity 2000 for that one purchase price. But first, what we want to do is move our city over. One of the highlights of games that had franchises or sequels, like SimCity, like Wizardry, was that you did not waste all your time in the previous episode and have to start fresh in the new game. I should say, previous game and the new game. Certain games like SimCity, like Wizardry, allowed you to copy your work into the new game. So this is what we're going to do here. This is our city we're working on here. Of course, my previous city there. Actually, I also have some cities I got to load up from my server, from my old cities that I worked on and have saved. But anyway, we will show that probably at the final episode here. So what we want to do now, we want to go in here. And what you need to do is remember the name of this file. I think I had already copied it over to test. I did, so that's good. So what we'll just do, we will just move that. We will paste. Yes, go ahead. Didn't make any changes anyway. And it is really as simple as that. A few more things to do once we launch SimCity 2000, but pretty simple to take the work that you did on your previous city, days, weeks, months, even years, building up a city in SimCity. SimCity Classic now. They actually started being referred to as SimCity Classic once SimCity 2000 released, but take that city, pop it over to SimCity 2000, all that time you spent working on that city, and keep on working on it. So what we're going to do first, though, I think I have not tried that. And here you go. And as you can see, we've got some building sets there. Pick and copy your object sets, place and print. So essentially your terrain editor right here, built in with the game 20 years ago. A very somewhat robust system. So what we can do here, you can build your own entire object set. Every single building, parks, you can do a boatload of stuff. So you can save the city, save the options. Let's see, object group, residential, commercial. So again, you can either edit every single building, every single thing that that the devs created. You can change that around. You can change it around in here and save it. There should be a load here. File, load. Here we go. City. No, I don't. So again, all these cities came default. So you can actually edit some of the cities. File, load, I think, source object set. And here we go. Of course, we have different object sets, which are basically different themes. You got a 1900 theme for the buildings, 2050. You have your Arco theme, Barcelona, Big Ben. All sorts of stuff you can come in here, edit. You can, like I said, you can create your own. Very robust. Very robust. Yeah, you can do a lot. And probably, I spent hours upon hours upon hours. I mean, days, weeks, just doing stuff in here in the game that you can't do in the reboot of the series. None of this is available. I mean, seriously. This is in itself a game upon itself, this SimCity 2000. But what we can do, file load city. No, we do not. We can come in here. Our real SimCity. Yes, let's convert it to SimCity 2000 city, if this works. No, I actually have to do it through the game. Let me try loading it again, see if that did it or not. Load city. No, I do not. SimCity city. I might have to launch it in the game first. Yeah, so that's not going to do it. So we will come back to that because we do want to do some terrain editing. Nope, don't need to save it. Don't need to save it. So anyway, the game disc is in my drive only for the in-flight movie, which we will show off just for the purposes of this video. You actually don't need the disc to run this game, just like you don't need a disc to run this. Once you install it, it's good to go. But it does come with a nice little in-flight movie. There you have it. If you don't have your disc in, it just says it's skipping the in-flight movie, and that's pretty much it. SimCity 2000. Haha, yes it is. Yes, thank you. That's me, BJ Weiler. Nothing will... Man, let me take this disc out so we don't, because we don't really need that. You can even watch Will TV. Haha. Let's see what we want to do. We'll do that. Reticulating splines! Reticulating splines, how I know the... Well, but here as you can see, this is the terrain editing tool. Basically, if you go in here to the terrain editing tool, what you do, you start with a fresh map. And you make it however you want. So we take the river out, we can make it coast. Somehow make it coast. Supposed to be able to make it. Oh, make. There we go. Reticulating splines. So there you go. We got coastland, so we can go back. We can even take coast off and just make it flatlands, that kind of stuff. Look what I can do here. Let's zoom in here. Do we get a good look? Look, watch. I made me a big old plateau mountain. Right here. Look, I made me a hill. I made me another hill. I'm gonna make me a valley. Somehow. There we go. Made me a little crater. Look, water. Oh, look, I can raise the water level. I can lower the water level. I can come in here. I can make myself a little lake. That's an acre, by the way. Each of these squares is roughly equivalent to an acre. It's a little less than an actual acre. But there we go. An acre of water. I can make it bigger. I can make it like that. And I can go like that. I can make my own river. Look at that. All the stuff you can do here 20 years ago. In fact, I can make the forest for the trees. Oh, yeah, baby. Fun. Then, of course, I can say done, and this would become my new city. But what we're going to do, we are actually going to load a city first. Do you want to save now? Don't need to save that. So we need to go here. Of course, I can't find it in the game. Can find it in the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit, but we remembered what the file name was. Boop. Yes, we know it's not. Yes, we'd like it converted. And there we go. We will pause for the moment. No disasters here again. Flyer, flood, air crash. Pretty much the same things. We got a couple of new ones. We got Hurricane Riders. That's new. And as you can see, it's 3D. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It even gave me hills. How about that then, eh? Well, I'm missing something here. It's supposed to be flatland, but ooh, that's interesting. What we'll do, we'll have to recopy it. Then we'll take it in the Urban Renewal Kit. But as you can see, anyway. There's our stadium. We'll go through a few things. There's our church. There's our hospital. Police station. Fire station. Here's our power plants. As you can see here, our building tool does look somewhat similar to the way it did in SimCity Classic. But we have an underground view now with piping. Yes, we do have water as an added resource. This will show us our zones. We actually, instead of the basic 9 square zones that we had in the previous game that were pretty much 9 squares, and if you wanted to change that a little bit, you could bulldoze some of it, as I did in the first episode. Here, you can basically make it one tile. Boo-doop, boo-doop, if you want to do it like that. There, one tile. You make it any shape you want. So no restrictions on that. And not only that, if I click and hold, I can zone dense and I can zone light residential. I'm in light residential, so I can actually make this a less dense residential zone. Now we'll zoom in here. We actually got to zoom. As you can see, a little bit different graphics. So you can see slightly different shade there, a little bit lighter green. For light density, the same thing here. Click hold. Click hold. We have schools, college libraries, museums, a lot more buildings to build. Okay, that's good enough. So we show our buildings. Of course, we zoom. We can filter what we want to see. This filters signs. What I can do, I can put a sign here and say stadium. Tells me that's where our stadium is. So I can filter the signs. This gives us our buildings, and what this shows is where our base zones are. So of course red are the hard sort of buildings, the police station, fire station, church, hospital, your stadium. And then of course you can see the different colorations. Again, light, dense, and now we got completely filled in, which means there is something built on that tile. There's nothing built there, so you can see that kind of stuff there. So we will bring our buildings back. Oh, look, it's Max's. How lovely. But again, here we've got, now we can, we had one little park thing to build, which you can see here. Some of our parks converted just into forests, others into actual parks, but build small park, big park, zoo, a lot more stuff here. There's our seaport and airport. Got rail, we got subway, rail depot, we've got a subway station, then we've got a sub to rail tunnel. Can build road, highway, tunnel, on-ramp, bus depot. That'll help alleviate our traffic. Here we don't have this yet because I actually have this paused, but this is reward. So what we're going to do, we're just going to turn it up a bit. Here's our water. We got pipes, water pump, treatment, water tower. This is where our power lines, power plants are. So in the original game we had nuclear power, coal power. Well, this time we've got hydroelectric, oil, and some more as well. Now, certain things you can build depending on what year it is in your city. So there's also wind power, there's also solar power. Of course, since my city is in an early year, so to speak, those haven't unlocked yet. Those will unlock later. In emergency, this will take me to emergencies here. You can build trees, waters here. I got different ways to demolish, clear, and you can also terraform within the game itself. Now, one caveat here. If you're planning on doing any terraforming or anything like that, what you want to do is you actually want to go into the Urban Renewal Kit and do all your terraforming there because it doesn't cost you anything. Here, to raise, lower, D-zone, all that kind of stuff, costs you cash. So it's a, and we have a paper. So it's a quick little cheat if you want to get your city started early. You want to build a fresh city, you can do it cheaply. You can do it for free, actually, by doing it in the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit. Save that city, load it up in here, and you're good to go. Old guy dies. Oh, before it will happen again. Old guy died. He was sick. He seemed okay. So cute little stories you can read here. Traffic is the most important thing. So they've moved some of those things, some of those indicators of how your city's doing into the newspaper. Awakens. Yeah. So you click on these headlines. You can read. You can get the weather. Weather does play a little bit of a part. You can have droughts and that kind of stuff, which affects your water supply in your city. Now that you deal with water, so you even change your paper. So we got the courier. So we got subscriptions, got your extras. Subscription I think comes up once a month. Extra just only when something important happens. And our disasters, our usual stuff here. And as you can tell, the music is a little bit less grating SimCity 2000. And in fact, they're all MIDI files. So if you have a MIDI player, you can actually go in here and just play these files separately. Or even burn them to disk and listen to them in the car as I do. So tile set, you can load the tile set. So since we're not going to save this, let's load 2050 and see what that changes. There you go. We get some futuristic looking buildings now. Interesting, yes. So that's that. We showed that off. Of course, here are our new graph structures, zones. Gives you a little bit of there. You can see everything. Roads, traffic gives you indications. There's our rail. There's our roads. Power. Looks like everything's powered up. There's our fire power. So this is where our fire covers. Fire departments. Got pretty much the bulk of it right there. Schools, we have no schools yet, no colleges, so we don't have any coverage for there. Land value, as you can see, land value. There's our pollution, so of course, heavy pollution. Ooh, gas power. So, I think that will be important in the paper too. When you see headlines like that, there's our crime rate, police power, police departments. Density, rate of growth, positive, negative, water supply. Of course, we don't have any water pumps or anything, pipes built, anything like that, so we're short on water. But as you notice, that headline paper, so if we do this, click hold, power plant, we have our gas power plant. So I've already unlocked gas, which you can see some of these are now updated to the 2050 model set. But anyway, let's bop out of here. Now, because what we want to do, we want to take a recopy. We're going to do that. Maxis, that's what I'm looking for. We want to look for city. We will copy that. We will go paste. Yes, replace please. Thank you. Badu. We will launch that again. And as you can see, without the disc, we just skip the in-flight movie. Thank you. Okay, so let's do this. Speed, pause, disasters, no disasters. Now, as you can see, a slight difference since I didn't open this up in the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit first. So that's what it does. If you convert it in the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit, it automatically gives you your different level terrain. If you do this first, it brings you into the flatlands. So centering tool, let's zoom. So it looks like we will need to fix up a few things here and there. Our rail lines there. So okay, so what we want to do now, we want to save this city. And now, of course, it gives it the extra extension. I should just be able to delete that extension at some point. I believe I should. Can I open the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit from here or not? I don't recall, actually. No, oh, yeah, I forgot. We've got neighbors, population. So, yes, there are regions here, although they don't do much. Essentially, this just the regions here affect some of the underlying mechanics, the underlying simulation of the game. Your neighbors, depending on what kind of industries you have, your neighbors may either help, workers, that kind of stuff. Sort of like the new SimCity does, except, players taking that, so you can have industrial sector, and commercial sector, and that kind of stuff. But it's not. It's more underlying. It's automatic here in SimCity 2000. So, as much as Max we like to tote this regional thing as being something new and exciting, they did it 20 years ago, and it's a much better effect for the simulation at the time because it actually works, unlike the new game where they still have not gotten these mechanics working quite yet. But ordinances here, budget, we definitely have deeper budget things. So we're in 1958 here. Keeps the year that my city was in when we left it. Ordinances. So you can, a lot of micromanagement you can do in this game now, above and beyond what was in the original. And again, a lot of this stuff that you just don't see in the new games anymore. You don't see it in SimCity Societies. You don't see it in the reboot. And this is part of what made SimCity SimCity. This is part of what made the franchise what it was. Some of this managing stuff that you could really personalize your city with and fine tune your city. So let's see, we did disasters ordinance, population. Of course, we got population, health, our education. So of course, health plays a bigger role. Our industries. So the ratios of the industries we have. Of course, some of these require, of course, colleges, electronics requires a higher educational pop rate. So you can actually, as you can see, we can set different tax rates for each of these. So of course, a lower tax rate attracts that type of industry, but of course we need workers. So if I want to have low tax or no tax on electronics, doesn't help unless I have the educated people to do it. And of course, since we are paused, there's no demand for it. Graphs, where I looked at neighbors, industry, and of course we know what the map is. So of course 1 year. So again, a lot of fine things you can look at and track with your city. And of course there's our map, which we saw already. So what we are going to do first and foremost is do some stuff on the cheap here. Save your city. Yes, I do. Because I didn't change anything, did I? No, I didn't. Oh, that's interesting. Commercial building. Good. So what we're going to do, we're going to open the SimCity Urban Renewal Kit. We're not going to work with the tile sets. What we're going to work with is file load a city now. So we should be under R. Real SimCity. Yes, that was the original file. There it is. I missed you the first time. And there we have it. Now here, we can go in here and edit some trains. So what we are going to do, let's zoom in here. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually add some, that's water, underground view, so we've got pipes. Power lines. So in here you would pick an object group so you can place what buildings you want. But what I want to do is actually, I want to add land. See, these are zones and stuff. I know there's a way to add land. There's got to be a way to add land. Level terrain. Here we go. Demolish, clear. So water options. Pipes, trees, pond, lake, river. So I can add trees, but I don't need to do that. No sub-menu there. Road, highway, tunnel, ramp. But anyway, so our rail. What we want to do first is zoom in one more time here, make some corrections. We know how to do that to this stuff here, so we're just going to straight out bulldoze this stuff here. So what I can do, you know what I can do? If I can figure out how to make land there, I've got to make the land. Pipes, trees, no. Maybe if let's do this. Level terrain. There we go. That's how we do it. We level the terrain. Excellent. Excellent. So now we can build that. Actually, what we want to do is do this. The road, the rail. And in SimCity 2000, you have to be within 3 tiles. Not in the original SimCity, you had to be within 3 tiles of anything here. Oh, that didn't connect. With SimCity 2000, you actually need to be within 3 tiles of a transportation hub, your subway station, your railway station, that type of thing. So just having these with the roads there don't help. So we will have to build subways and that kind of and subway stations. Actually, I could do that. I can start doing my way you don't have rails all over. I can convert a lot of this stuff to subways now, especially in the towns here. So we will do that as soon as we're going to have to do this. Demolish, that's what we're doing. Demolish. Subway, right? Okay, we want to keep rail. We want to build a rail bridge. Thank you. There we go. So we can have a subway station out here, I think. Let's bulldoze this then. We're just going to build our roadway out here for a moment. Of course, we can build a causeway, a raising bridge, or a suspension bridge. I'm not going to build any of that quite yet. Build out there because we're going to take that subterranean, I think, maybe. So we only got a rail bridge area. So we'll leave that there for now. So within 3 tiles, 1, 2, 3, sir. If we build our subway there, oh, I would need to build our. Yeah, I would need to select that. So you know what? I'm not going to go into that depth. Let me just. So we'll have a subway there. Subway station or a rail station too. We can do. We'll work that out in game though. What I do want to do is convert some of these to subway. So we will have a subway by our stadium. Instead of rail lines. So what we're going to end up doing is probably just having the rail lines run around the outside of our city. Oops, destroyed some roads. Along with our highway. So we will do that. So what we want to do now, we want to build. Come on. There we go. Subway. So we will build our subway. There. And there's our subway. Oops. And so what we're going to do is actually build our subway. That's what I want to do. So follow our rail lines. And then we will, of course, place subway stations along the paths here. Should be able to build this subway, you know what, right, connected under there. We should be able to build you right there, okay. So we've got that there, underneath that section there. I don't think I went far enough out though. Let me rotate here and see. Did I actually get that under the road or the rail? I think I got that under the rail. So that's good. Yes, I did. Okay. Which I should be able to... I don't know if this does this. Ah, there we go. Okay, that gives me a better view of that. Good. Good. Good, good, good. Bot didn't work out too well, now did it? So it looks like the subway will not be... Come on. There we go, thank you. So that's that anyway, so let's bring this back. Oops, I mean bring that back, thank you. So we're going to have to do some adjusting of our landmass there. Anyway, let's go over here. We're still doing a subway, good. Subway, Then I think if we do a subway to rail here, might have to bulldoze that then. Let's go above ground view here. Back to subway. We'll take that out. Okay. So let's do subway to rail. There we go. Rail. Subway to rail. Okay. So that's not going to work, is it? So what we need to do is bulldoze our... We should bulldoze that. Bulldoze that. Oopsie. Bulldoze, thank you. Now, of course, again, all this is being done at no cost, so it's a good idea to do this. Into the terrain editor. I.e. the urban renewal kit, thank you. So you know what, we're not going to need to see our buildings. Let's go back here to bulldoze. Oops. Just blew up something I didn't want to blow up. That's right, just some little houses. Not necessary at all. Okay, so so what we're going to do, we are going to level the terrain here. Uh-oh. We blew up more stuff. There we go. What else did we blow up? Oh, okay, just little buildings. That way we can finish our... Cancel. So we need to level the terrain. There we go. Cancel. There we go. course, that bulldozed our subway, but now our subway should be able to connect a little bit better. Like that. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Very nice indeed. So we can have actually a subway station there. So what we want to do, subway to rail. Well, let me do it there, will it? So, okay, good. That's subway to rail. So now we can build our rail here is what we'll do. We will build our rail bridge. Rail bridge. Thank you. There, connect. Oh, it doesn't like that, so we have to go. Oops, too much clear. We will go like that, and there we go. That's better. I think that connects it better, doesn't it? Yes, indeed, somewhat. Yes, I think that works much nicely. There we go. Looks like we've got some issues there. Don't have issues there, but we will level terrain here. Oopsie. So we don't necessarily want to level terrain there. Whoa. Quite destructive that was. But that's all right. What we've got here, we want to bulldoze this because there's a subway under there. No, I didn't want you to bulldoze my road. That's right. That. We'll go like this. We'll go like this. So now, let's see. Oh, let's do a raising bridge. Why not? There we go. Cancel. Cancel. There we go. That connects nicely. And what we want to do, we want to do a rail line there. Maybe not yet. Let's do a subterrail rail. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Rail bridge, thank you. Good. So we have our rails there. No need for a subway there. We'll just leave that as is. Take a look underneath. So good. We have connections there, and we have the railway that goes that way. No, I don't want to close. Zoom out one, yeah. There we go. The rail that goes that way. Good, 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 good. Of course, that will continue over that way once we build out that way. we want to do is get our subways there. So another sub to rail here. And we fixed that, right? Yes, good. So we will have another sub to rail there. Says I. So what we want to do is build more subway. No, build more subway. Subway this way. Right? Yep. And we'll do the sub to rail starting there. So no, I forgot. Subway, thank you. Got to do that there, that's better. Make sure I am in demolish, yep, okay. Yes, thank you, demolish. Boo. Boo thereabouts. We'll rebuild our road. We'll take a look underneath. So I just need to demolish you. Maybe. Now let's go up to rail right there. There we go. Okay. So rotate, make sure you're looking good. You're looking good. Excellent. Excellent. We have our railway there, which we will leave there instead of building a little bit of a subway there, which is fine. Train stations and subway stations sort of act one and the same. Subway stations by the subway, rail stations by rail. This here. Now, this here looks to be a bit of an issue. We have nothing there, correct? Correct. We might have to build a subway there. Looks like we got a bit of an issue there, too. This level terrain is going to be a bit of a... Okay, so that might help us a little bit there. We'll need to bring our power lines back too. So what we're going to do, light, we want dense, and of course we got military, we can zone as well, so we will put some dense there. We'll pop that after something builds up here, but for now, we will see how this works. Raised wires. There we go, excellent. We will do dense commercial. Oop. Dense commercial in here. Like so. Now this is where we did have a rail station, or part of the train coming up. So we've got that connected. So what we need to do, I think, is take the train over there. Oh, we need raised wires here. Okay, there we go. Looks okay to me. Right now, our people cannot get to the commercial district via subway or railway yet, or subway. So we will do this. We gotta demolish that. This might do the trick. Let's do a razor edge there too. There we go. That's sweet. There we go. That makes it a bit better. Now we just got to figure out. So maybe we will need. We got that there. That's going to go across, isn't it? There's a rail bridge at some point. Let's figure out where we're bringing the subway in that though. On the ground, where are we at there? Subway here somewhere. With a rail bridge. Maybe I will dezone this then. And we will do... Decisions. So we've got to get our people here. Somehow, some way. Build rail to sub there, then we can get a bridge built that way. I think that's what we're going to have to do. So what we're going to do, we are going to build our sub to rail right there. Of course it won't work because I don't have a subway or a rail there, so let's do subway first. So we will build subway, right? Yep, okay, I got subway there. So we're going to build the subway right under the road. And we're going to build subway to rail. Then we are going to build rail bridge. There we go. Now what we can do another subway to rail there. Excellent. And then we can pick up our subway right there. And have that follow underneath the road. There we go. Underneath the road. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doo. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. And we'll have a subway station sitting there, I think. And I think that'll have to do it for this episode. We will be building and stuff. And we will turn SimCity 2000 into at least 2 parts so we can actually start playing around a little bit with this. So let's zoom out. And we will save this here. There's our buildings. There we go. And we'll be back. Next episode on It's All in the Wrist. Thank you for watching. I am BJ Weiler. And until next time, I will see you in game.